John chapter 5 verse 30. I can do nothing on my own. As I hear, I judge, and my judgment is just, because I seek not my own will, but the will of him who sent me. Okay, so Jesus is saying, whatever you are saying I'm doing is from the devil. And I'm saying, I'm not doing anything of this on my own. Right, so if you're saying this is from the devil, I can't do this on my own. So in other words, the Father is doing this through me. If you're saying it's from the devil, then that's you're saying that the Father is the devil, basically, right? This all these signs, it doesn't come from myself. We already explained to them a number of times how the authority comes from the Father. This is from the Father. So just think well what you're saying. So when I judge, I know my judgment is just. Why? Because I'm not seeking what I want. I'm not in this for the money, right? I'm not in this for to get my own personal airplane or something like that, to get rich or anything like that. No, I wouldn't mind if I can make a little bit more money so I can support more pastors. But anyhow, this is not what I'm in this for, right? I'm in this not because I seek my own will, but the will of him ultimately who sent me. And yes, in the conclusion part, maybe you can get to this idea. Whose will are you seeking? Okay, as a pastor, as a missionary, whoever, are you just in it for the money? Or why are you in this for it? Okay, for yourself, just a Christian in church, are you in this for yourself? What you can get out of this? For finding your will by saying, oh, well, I'm looking for the will of the Father, but actually you're only looking after yourself. You very well know. I remember as a kid, as a young Christian, I just wanted to do God's will so much, and I know I wasn't really looking. I was really looking out for myself and what I really wanted from this, right? Jesus can judge ultimately because he's not seeking his own. He's not seeking his own will, right? Verse 31. If I alone bear witness about myself, my testimony is not true. Okay, so if what I'm saying is, if I'm the only one saying these things, okay, if what I'm saying, I'm just claiming this from myself, you just have my word for this, right? Then, you can say I'm a lunatic. But that's the whole point. It's not, because there's so many things speaking about it. Verse 32. There's another who bears witness about me, and I know that the testimony he bears about me is true. Okay, so he says, it's not my word, right? Not just about me. That's not, yes, if I'm the only one, yes, you can see me as a lunatic and can throw me into the loony bin kind of idea. Right? But I know there's one that bears witness about me. And that witness is true. That testimony that is bearing is true. Okay, so now Jesus is going to go into this whole idea of who's bearing witness to him and why all of that is true. Verse 33. You sent to John, and he has borne witness to the truth. Okay, so the first thing that Jesus is here clearly stating is the first witness he's bringing up. So now, again, imagine a court of law. Okay, witness number one, exhibit one, right? Exhibit one, witness number one is John. Okay, and they sent for John, so they know about John. This didn't happen behind them. They know what John preached, right? They know the witness of John, that John bore witness and said there's one that's coming after him and is not worthy to untie his shoes even, okay? Right? They know the witness of John is saying that there's, he saw the Spirit and the Spirit dwell on him. They know all of this. Okay, again, it's not hidden knowledge, it's not Gnosticism. This is a clear, direct knowledge of. They know. So therefore Jesus is bringing John as exhibit number one. You know all these things. And again, it's this idea of knowing coming through the whole time. Verse 34. Not that the testimony that I received from man, but I say these things so you may be saved. So again, he's saying, okay, right. This is, John is witness number one in this case, right? But it's not that I really need him to bear witness about myself, but because I'm saying it for your case and for your sake, right? In your case, your sake. This is for your sake that I'm saying this, so that you can see that I am who I am, that I am ultimately God. Right? This is what he is saying. So there was no need for him to prove himself. Like I said, in the Old Testament, it's like, I know there are those who don't agree with me in this, but I believe that God never goes out to prove that he exists. It's just a fact. In the beginning, God, right? Just plain simple fact. we can look around ourselves, we can see God exists. There's no other way about it. I've mentioned this a number of times. Okay, so it's not as if Jesus needs this proof to show that he exists, but for their sake he's doing it. For their sake he's having this beauty so that you can see that he exists. Okay, for their sake, because they knew all these things. They knew they sent for John. They knew what John said. So it's for their sake. Verse 35, he was a burning and shining lamp, and you were willing to rejoice for a while in his light. Right, so this is what John was. He's just burning. That does not mean, okay, burning now. Some people say the burning like a candle, so ultimately will burn out kind of idea. No, I mean, if you're not burning, you can't be a light. Kind of, right? That's just that. Giving off the heat, they try to allegorize all of this. I'm not saying, I don't think here in this case Jesus is like trying to allegorize anything. It's just, he was this light, this burning light, this forceful light that was witnessing concerning Jesus. So that is just plain, simple, all that this is about. Okay, nothing more, nothing hidden, nothing allegorical in this. And they were willing to rejoice for a bit in this light. Okay, they listened to John as well. Why? Because the populace listened to John, and then not listening to the populace would have been weird. It's like politicians, right? If somebody becomes very famous, then they would want to like some other famous singer, Tyler Swift or somebody like that, right? Then they want it during their political meetings use her music because that will draw attention from people. Okay, although that person might totally disagree with everything in their politics, right? Like in this case now, the Pharisees, right? All these people, they disagree ultimately with John, but they were rejoicing in light because it brought the attention of the people to them as well. Like they are part of this, right? They're not on the outside kind of idea, okay? So you see,